Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update. Still no word on Chris Ivory and what the deal was, but at the same time, it's a non-football issue. It's a general medical condition, and it's up to Chris and how much privacy he wants to kind of release and relinquish in order to let people know. I know people are very interested, but you know, it's not like he's a political candidate or something like that. He's a football player, and this is something that will come out, I'm sure, in due time if he chooses that. So doubtful. I think it's doubtful that he'll play this Sunday, but you never know. With these guys are in such fabulous shape, their bodies recover so quickly. The Jaguars had, you know, one of those weeks that's kind of short because they're traveling on Friday, but at the same time, Gus Bradley very complimentary of how they practiced and how they've looked early in the week, even though Tuesday is their day off. They're a team that really believes that they should have won that game last Sunday, and they were still mad basically in their off day on Tuesday. Still hadn't put it behind them until they started working on San Diego. So that's what you're looking for. A team that expects to win, and when they don't, they get mad. They don't sit around and go, well, you know, we're getting better, all that stuff. That's not what you're looking for at all. So interesting game on Sunday. Phillip Rivers presents a completely different equation than Aaron Rodgers. They know exactly where he'll be. He'll be right there. And so, consequently, Todd Wash, Gus Bradley coming up with a whole defensive scheme to try to blunt what Rivers can do, since he's thrown 11 touchdown passes and no interceptions against the Jaguars. This week, Graeme McDowell was in town, and he opened up a restaurant in Ponte Vedra called Nona Blue. It's the second one. He has one down in Lake Nona, where he built a house in Florida and where he lives when he's in the States. McDowell is a really interesting guy, U.S. Open winner, but you know, has played really poorly the last couple of years, and I had a chance to spend some time with him and asked him about that. And he said, I guess you could say streaky is okay, because he did win a tournament last year in November. But he said, you know, I've had other things distracting me from golf in a good way. 2 children, 2 restaurants, got married, you know, all that stuff. But he's decided to rededicate himself. And interesting, you know, when you see him in person, you notice right away how much more fit he is. And don't be surprised if you see McDowell back somewhere in the top 10 in the world rankings sometime very soon, because he's a very dedicated kind of player and a beautiful ball striker. No question about that. Armado on the road Saturday against Puerto Rico, and we'll have an update probably before then, as well as the Sam and Cole podcast, which will be posted on both of our Twitter accounts. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update.